You know, it's very rare that the brakes are actually located here on a Tundra. They're usually up in the front, but I got them right here at eye level so we can talk about it. If you look at the brakes of our truck, then you realize why we need to do PK52, the Saturday morning meeting, and talk about front brakes. All right, first of all, we didn't spare any expense. If you spend more money on the components, you usually end up with a better result, and that's exactly what we did. So we've got a larger rotor than anybody in the industry for a half-ton truck. And we use a 4-piston caliper. So there's pistons on each side of this rotor, and they match the rotor equally. But we didn't scrimp on that because we used a stainless steel piston. Our number one competitor, Ford F-150, has a 2-piston caliper. It's a piston mounted to a flat base, and it's one-sided. So what it does is it pushes it from the outside. It stops. I'm not trying to tell you an F-150 doesn't stop, but they use a 2-piston system versus our 4, and their pistons are made out of a plastic composite. Good news, I don't know if this is really a heat generating area. So the better brakes, that means the vehicle's going to stop better. When you add load to a truck, stopping becomes paramount. It's the difference between stopping because you hit something or stopping because the brakes were superior. Right from the brakes, bam, to the frame. Number one seller in the industry is F-150. Okay, F-150 uses a fully boxed hydroform frame. And they say it's the greatest frame in the history of all trucks. Well, wait a minute. Why don't they use that on their 3/4 and their 1-ton truck? It seems weird to me that if it's the best frame, they would use it in their Super Duty trucks, as they call them. So they've got an open C channel in their 3/4 and 1-ton, just like we have. So let's walk our frame. All of the inertia of a truck is going to go to the forward. It's every time you stop, everything's going to go forward. Payload's going to go forward, the engine's going to go down, the weight of the vehicle is where the engine is over the wheels. That's where we use a fully boxed hydroform frame for the first third. So that has so much rigidity, there's no flex in the frame. Then we move back to where you sit, where the driver and the passengers are, and we have a rolled C. So it's a C channel with a reinforcement on the inside. I certainly could take that reinforcement out and weld it right here, which would make a fully boxed frame, but by leaving the C open, we get a little bit of cabin flex, so it's a better overall ride. You know, you're not really looking in a full-size truck to ride like a Lexus, but it gives us a great ride for a powerful truck. And then the back, open C channel. And then we slide in a fully boxed hydroform receiver hitch with 12 bolts, 6 on both sides, which makes a final cross member in the back. By doing this, we've reduced a little bit of weight off the truck. Think about this. Even though we're the fastest truck, 0 to 60, and we're the best stopping truck, 60 to 0, we're the heaviest truck. If we'd have put a fully boxed frame on here, we would have sacrificed even more gas mileage. You have to build superior components to be the best truck. So our truck weighs more. We're not out there telling somebody we're getting 35 miles per gallon in the truck. I mean, you know what? Let's be real. If you're buying a truck, you want it to work. You're not buying a truck for gas mileage. So we build a bigger truck with bigger components for bigger results. Tell your customers the truth about trucks. Tell them what they'll do, when they'll do it, and stand behind your product. Remember, the bigger you make it, the bigger it is. And Tundra is big. PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.